Kamak, Hola, good afternoon, everyone. I'm before I give you our story about right way fire, but I want to acknowledge traditional knowledge from this country where I'm standing. Um, I also want to thanks everyone for um, you know sharing all that story. I've learned a lot from this morning, looking at all the different group that telling their story. But yeah, I want to talk about a little bit of uh, what right way fire. Is it right way fire um, when we look at our countrymen, our family, looking at other ranger group? There's a lot of good story built on that traditional knowledge for managing country, connecting family. But here you can see I want to look back a little bit from when I first started listening to them old people. They were saying, Maluru time, you gotta burn them early. Otherwise, jal long, what pelknyar. They've been talking about don't make that fire go really high and have a big scorch mark. So now we were lucky, Arafura Swamp. We started a little bit late, because we had first ranger program sitting with under Resource Center, but at that time we were under Northern Land Council. And I was start worrying about to get a really good fire management on our country, we need everyone to start talking and involved and have Balpara. Balpara is a word for company. We're giving company on country. We're also having partners at another company. Another one, we're talking about Binkunak, fire to fire. You get married. Fire is everything for us. It's been there since day one. All the creation story, everything that him shown, evidence. We've got a big library. We got to protect all the story, like beam, all that rock art. We got to follow that footprint. They are there live. They're waiting for family to come back home. So what we've been doing, we asked bush heritage to give us a bit of support and do monitoring and valuation. So if I look back, I start invite bush heritage to come and help me for doing healthy country plan so that I can go independent and start looking after my people. And before that, when we first started with Western Arnhem Fire Program, I had my old man, my father, my brother-in-law, even my kakak, old man Wam would have been the leader for telling us to me and old man Dean, telling us, you got to get that fire right. You got to help people or help to, take me back home, and I want to connect with my country. Because we knew when we look back in that history, there's a lot of unmanaged fire, really bad fire, because our people have left that country because of policy change. Everyone has to go in broad town and building more numbers in that growth town because all the rule has been changed. And we left that country empty. We left that country empty, and them old people, they were worrying about animals, like mainly emu and kangaroo. They're the two big animals that we want to recognize because they're holding our system, they're holding our law, or they even sitting in our parliament house. The two kangaroo. Even that kangaroo and emu, we're losing a lot of young people. The numbers are building up in prison. Our country is empty. So we can see what is changing now. We can tell them a story, but really we're asking young ones to step up and do right way fire. Because end of the day, we get them good reward, like fed one kangaroo. Sometimes we try not to stop family burning their country. We understand, because sometimes people get other trouble. We have to listen to traditional owners and some elders, make sure talking. So I went back. I started with nothing after me and old man setting up all this program, and nearly 27 years now we've been walking this journey, and we feel proud because them elders, they were watching us, they were checking on us. They've been watching what these rangers doing. Are they doing right thing for my country? So sometimes we have to tell them, no, I'm right, because if we burn him early, we can bring him big more money, we can bring him, this. But hang on, we're not burning for money. We want to get them back family on country so that we can do a right way fire while we have these old people with us today. We must take that knowledge and teach them our young ones. So now, Arafura Swamp, in that area, we have 7 ranger groups, 3 employed through government funding. The other 4, we use our own carbon money. And we have a lot of animals in that area, and we know swamp. We have to protect swamp, and we can't make money from swamp, but it's our supermarket. So we got big catchment, rainforest jungle there, a lot of fresh water, but we found a lot of problem because late fire, there's no bear, no cover. First rain, we get an erosion. And now we got another impact, buffalo in that area. So if we take one thing out, other things always take over. So this is what all people, when even my time, when I've been walking with my grandfather, he let me go. He didn't put me in shade like classroom and teach me how to make fire or how to go and burn them. Country in life, in singing out for family to return home. So for us, I gotta find this button. Oh. So people on country and right way fire that's come together means we're building mala. Mala, like you have a lot of partners working in that area to protect animals and to protect our rights, our story. We've been giving too much. So now we want to save some story for our new ones coming up so that we can show them. And I think Bush Heritage were helping us. We went through our 12 older threat and come up with strategies. We end up having making some poster for countrymen to, they can walk and look their story. So we got people on country, we got swamp country, escarpment country, saltwater country. We look at Arafura swamp as a three area. So we got Mitchell Range and Catchment. They work in between other ranger group, like Yugemangi Ranger Group and Irauka Ranger Group. But we working together, overlap. And now we got saltwater group, Wangajakamiri and Tipini ranges. And we did a lot of culture camp, Alparat camp. We've been testing our monitoring tools about Kukujama or looking for sugarbag transect, and we tried use that methods. Traditional owners haven't said, that's yours, because you're measuring this. We want to just walk and look for sugarbag. All right, well, how can I put everything and tell them a story where this mob, they're giving me money? All right, but anyway, so we're still testing all our methods. Our Arafura clans, they were worrying about empty country with no people, unmanaged fire, no salary, no employment. But now, things even change. Like I have maybe 60, 70 traditional owners plus rangers. Some of them are getting like a full-time casual, some of them part-time casual because of centering stuff. They have to make an appointment and they have to tell them Centrelink how much money they're getting. So all these ranger group, they're on their own country. I just help them with making helicopter track, and I just help them field drop. And they're independent. They're doing it themselves. I'm not senior ranger anymore. I've been slowing down a little bit, but I want to, give more chance to my brothers, my niece, nephew. They're coming up, and they've been watching me going around, sharing our winning story. So, country, it's really important. It's, have many things there, like we heard from other ranger group about how important this work is. Look at plants and animals. We're looking at, people on country. That's the number for bush. because our university is out there, bush. Our supermarket is out there. So we need Mala to work together, because we don't know 2050 or 2030, we're dealing with nature. We've been taking too much. Mother Earth, she's hurting. We're gonna patch him up back. So if we are medicine people, let's fix him. Let's fix him some of the scar that, is still there. Sometimes we have to deal with that problem, because fix him first area. If you go out, you still have bad fire. So I reckon I'll stop here, and I haven't put up how many area we cover, how much area. I'm not interested on number, but I'm good at talking. I don't have breath or thing. I just want to give you country story, and yeah, you can come up with score. Thank you.